Welcome to the Alignment Podcast. I am your co-host, Capusine
and I'm your co-host, Vanessa Tabona. We believe that self-mastery is a lifestyle and alignment is the goal, right, Kat?
Absolutely, absolutely. So today's topic, we are going to dive into how are you setting boundaries in 2025? Trust is important. If I can't trust you, we have zero. We have nothing.
It's so fragile. How do we recognize when a boundary is being crossed emotionally, spiritually, physically? How can we set boundaries without feeling like we're pushing people away? I think this might be a challenging one, so let's just dive right in.
Let's go. Let's
and
get
see
it.
what we discover.
Let's get it. Okay.
What boundaries, when crossed, is a deal breaker and can potentially sever a connection altogether? I have one that rests on there.
Okay.
And I don't know when I discovered it, but I have a strong dislike. I'll try to be pleasant, right?
Okay.
I have a strong dislike for dishonesty.
Oh.
Like if I catch you in a solid lie, I mean, no lie is necessarily necessary, but if it was truly unnecessary, we could potentially end whatever relationship we had. You know why? Let me tell you why. I feel like it's theft. I feel like you're robbing me of my ability to make a sound decision, which is manipulation.
Absolutely.
But I just feel like you just stole a piece of my ability to manifest what would be best for me.
Yes.
I don't like it, Capusine.
Very well put.
I don't like it.
Very well put. Very well put. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I love that. I think for me also, I will say it's not feeling safe around that person. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like it's a violation of my safety. If I feel like if you violate my safety, I feel like I am going to have to cut you off. That's a deal breaker for me. Mm-hmm. Just because I can't trust you. That leads me to my next one. Trust is important. If I can't trust you, we have zero. We have nothing. And then lastly, I think it's your core values, right? If we're not aligned, then I mean, there's no reason for us to continue. That's a boundary. That's a boundary cross at that point.
Oh yes,
yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that word trust is ringing. It's so fragile. Once it's broken, it, like porcelain. Won't quite be the same.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think what we just said, I think it just shows that the connection is completely severed. So to your point earlier, I just feel like it's so easy for any of those things that happen for me to say it's over with. And I'm pretty bad about just walking away.
Are you? I might stick around.
See, okay. And when I say walk away, like I feel like the individual, they are fully aware of how they violated you. Right? So why do I have to stick around and explain it to you? Now, if the relationship is worth saving, okay, I will attempt to have a conversation with you about it, right? But I feel like at that point, if we can't come to a happy medium or can't admit the things that get to put us in this space, then I will probably say, you know what, I'm just going to remove myself and move on. Yeah. Because I mean, why waste time? We're just way too old. We're just way too old to waste time on relationships. Of course, you're in your marriage. You're not going to just walk away, right? Deal breakers in your marriage are slightly different.
Yeah, that's my. We're
not discussing marriage deal breakers, okay?
No, not today.
Not today, exactly. Today. But I will say, just in friendships alone.
Yeah. Friendships,
yes, friendships. Yeah.
Right.
Associates, friendships.
No, I like that though. I think you made a powerful point, which is we're adults.
That's right,
and you're fully aware. How much longer do you really need for me to stay? That's a powerful point because I might linger when I'm thinking the same thing that you're saying, which is.
But linger and then you just.
It gets worse.
Yeah, exactly. Because now you're showing them how to treat you. Yeah. Now you're showing them, okay, you can treat me this way and I'm okay with that.
That's a standard.
You know what I mean?
With that.
Yeah, she's okay. So I'm going to keep poking. I'm going to keep poking. No, we're not going to keep poking.
I like that change.
Yeah. And I'll just say again that I think anybody that takes you out of that your comfort zone, your safety zone, they're just not healthy for you altogether.
Healthy relationships.
Healthy relationships mean a lot in 2025.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, I think so too.
What else do we got here?
So why do so many people struggle with guilt when enforcing boundaries, and how can we move past that feeling?
There's a couple thoughts that come to mind.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Guilt, friendships. I think there's a few things that come to mind. Our identity, or just in relationships in general, this one. and our performance and judgment. I think that, let's say you may not be aware that you're prone to being judgmental.
Oh, yeah.
It comes to surface when it's, when the rabbit has to go.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think if you're feeling a sense of guilt when you're trying to set a boundary, I think that it's kind of like you're on the polar opposite. You might be a judgy person unknowingly, if you know what I mean. So your analysis is off. It's inward. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
Identity. I think sometimes we get lost in our identity. Let's say I am the big sister, so I need to perform. And when you can't, you feel a sense of guilt. I am the, right? How do you identify? I am the best. I am the best friend. I cannot not show up. So I think we can get caught in that net of how we identify our own selves.
Yeah.
And I think this is me, this one. Performance. I need to perform to get the cookie. I need to perform to get the smile.
Yeah.
So I think we show up in our relationships, or I'll speak for myself, my flaw maybe, performing in order to gather something, people please in a way, and that's not always healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So their guilt can set in.
Yeah.
Offsetting can offset yourself with just not being in alignment with, just showing up and being. Right?
Yeah.
Less pressure.
I think it has a lot to do with us being conditioned to always want to people please. It's always want to put others first, right? It's a condition. I think we're just conditioned to do those things. And so we start feeling selfish when we start saying no, right? And I don't think we should feel that way. I think if you're okay with, saying, if you want to say no, you should be able to say no and not feel selfish about it, right? So yeah, I think we just put too much into that whole idea of people performing.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I've had some talks about that. I thought it was a good thing.
Yeah.
People pleasing, maybe just the word alone. I thought pleasing is good, so people pleasing is great.
Yeah.
You end up abandoning yourself. Come to find out, especially as you get older, you realize so much of you keep on giving away.
Yeah. And I think too that boundaries for some people, a lot of people tend to think that boundaries means rejection.
Okay, let's.
But there's boundaries mean self-respect. For me, it means I respect myself enough to set boundaries for who I am. Right. I don't think we look at that a lot. I don't think we put a lot of energy into that. So because we're conditioned to think.
Well, boundaries keep things out. But in this spin, no, I'm creating a boundary that way you can come in.
Yes.
So just don't fracture, break, or crack anything within this space that we're creating.
We have to reframe that idea.
Okay.
And not feel that when you're doing those things that you are guilty of them. You have to reframe your thought process onto thinking that it's okay to set boundaries. You shouldn't feel guilty about it. It's not selfish.
No.
You're respecting yourself.
Yeah. You can't just leave everything wide open.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to reframe that. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. So how do we recognize when a boundary is being crossed emotionally, spiritually, physically? How do we recognize it? So it hasn't crossed yet. How are you picking up your spidey senses?
You're itching. I want to take this.
Darn it. I can see it. I can feel it burning.
I feel it within my body. Okay. Right? There's a sense of irritation. There's a level of tension. There's a exhaustion around that person. I just feel. I've been saying this a lot lately.
Say it.
Okay. And I know some people may think, oh my God, that's terrible. But I feel like when I'm around certain individuals, I feel like if they're not aligned with me, their spirit sometimes disrupt my soul.
You're irritated.
Right?
Yeah.
So I know if I get to that point, I have to kind of, again, remove myself because I don't want my body feeling that way. I don't even want to think that way about someone, right? But the older I've gotten, the more I think, okay, it's easy to just remove myself because this person is not aligning with my spirit. So, and I don't want to overthink it because when you overthink it, it's just causing more and more resentment. It's just best to just kind of like remove myself.
Where do you feel it? Do you feel it in the mind, like you're frustrating in your stomach?
And my shoulders. And my shoulders. I mean, I just feel like my shoulder just lets me know when I'm not in sync. I'm tense.
You're
Like I said, I'm tense.
Okay.
There's, like I said, there's a level of irritation I just can't remove.
Yeah.
It's just there, it's just sitting on me, and I feel uptight. And I don't like to feel that way around anyone because I don't have that type of personality, Yeah.
I think I might feel a level of disconnect. Once I start to feel a level of disconnect, I know that a boundary has or is about to be crossed.
Yeah.
And very similar to what you're saying, you're going to remove yourself. So for me, it's a level of like, it's a mental disconnect. I am no longer in tune. I'm no longer in the groove. Whatever music we had, chemistry, I'm off beat with that now. There's a disconnect.
I love that.
Some boundary has been crossed. Maybe just a disregard of a comment or, I don't know what. I haven't had any conflict in a long time.
Yeah,
but I know that.
I'm thankful for that too.
And that's a blessing because it means that we're probably navigating relationships pretty well. But if you're not, pay attention to your muscles and tension. Pay attention to it. You used to be so close and can finish someone's sentence, but now it's like there's a disconnect.
Yeah.
A boundary was crossed and you need to address it.
Yeah. Yeah, don't overthink it too. I'll end it with that. Just don't overthink it. I mean, don't allow that to seep in because when you do, you just allow that resentment to just build and build. And when it's not right. When things aren't healthy for you. We know those things. Again, we just kind of let things linger.
Yep.
Right? And we don't want things to linger. So just move on. Or have those healthy conversations because that's a lot of times that is missing in a lot of relationships is, we don't want to have those healthy conversations because, why? I want to just be honest. Most people don't want to be held accountable.
It's hard.
Most people do not want to be held accountable. And listen, I'm here to say if I need a tongue lashing, give me a tongue lashing. Okay, I mean that. Just straighten me out because if you're not giving that to me, I don't need you around me. Okay. And that's a whole other conversation for later. But I mean, I just feel like that's a quality of friendship that I want to have in this space.
You're talking about straightening.
Yes,
that way we can walk in alignment.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. I don't mind it. Why is it hard? Because people don't really want to change. They want to stay as they are. You stay as you are. Okay? Because I like it just like this. Okay? And I want to stay just like this because it feels good like this. But if you bring to me a topic of boundary, Vanessa, boundary cross.
Yeah.
The rub is now I have to change something or at least acknowledge.
Yeah. Just last week, I attended this expo and a gentleman said on the platform, he says, listen, stop bringing your same self in every space that you're in. It's like, right. Okay. So even though we're so prone to saying, oh my God, that's just who I am. And I'm just like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But that's not fair, right? I mean, growth means that you are leaving that person behind for that space that you left that you were in. Like now I'm in a different space. Yeah. How can you bring that same individual in each space that you live in? Right. So when he said, I was like, oh my God, I have to write it down. Like, I hate this. Like, because it's powerful. I mean, that is a fact that we kind of ignore a lot of times. So we just feel like, it's just who I am. Just adjust. No, I'm not adjusting. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's growth. It's growth. That's growth. So anyways, I just have to
well, someone's gonna say, well, you're not being authentic if you change, like a chameleon. Like a lizard in every room.
But that's not but that's not what I mean. Exactly. They made that point. Great point. But that's not what I mean. You always stay true to yourself. I just need it's like each chapter of your life requires a different version of yourself. Yes. Okay, that's what I mean. Each level, each chapter that you're in your life will require a different version of Capusine, different version of Vanessa, so different version of you all. So remember that. It's not that you're a chameleon. You're not just going to kind of just want to fit in, because I'm not one to try and fit in, but I do try and grow from my past experiences. If I need that tongue lash, let me know. Okay, girl, you're still doing the same old shit now. Yeah. Let me know. Yes. Otherwise, again, I don't need that person around me. So I'm okay with a little chastising. Chastising.
Yes. I get it. I don't mind it either, but I think this comes with maturity.
It does. Yeah.
So how can we set boundaries without feeling like we're pushing people away? Now that's a hard one. You guys are going to have to get in the chat for this. All hands on deck. How do we set the boundaries? I'll give one. And I picked this up in a conversation, some talk therapy, as they would call it, right? Um, it's hard to keep people accountable without punishing them. I think people can struggle with that, right?
Okay.
All right. So accountability, you need to set a boundary, healthy conversation.
Yes.
And let's say it's a difficult one. Let's say you're disagreeing.
Mm-hmm.
You still carry on with the relationship, meaning there's no silent treatment. I'm not picking up the phone. And so when you hold somebody accountable, it's you don't need to punish them after, right?
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to have a conversation, set the clear boundary, and just let's go have lunch.
Yeah,
and I think that can be hard.
I think so too. Because I think what you're saying is that sometimes people think that boundaries mean pushing. Boundaries should not mean I'm pushing you away, right? And I think that's what you're saying in a sense, right? I think boundaries, they don't mean pushing you away. They mean we're leading toward a healthier relationship, a healthier situation, a healthier version of yourself, a healthier version of our relationship. You know, so I don't think that it should be looked upon as a bad thing.
No, not at all. I think it gets complicated when, let's say, you have the conversation, you do set the boundary. Now the person has to reflect and possibly change, and they don't. That's where you start to see like someone pulling away, or there's a punishment. I'm not calling her because da 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 da, and I'm not coming to the party, and I'm not showing up because you're like you're deregulated when no, someone's just trying to keep you accountable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we should use more compassion in that place. I think compassion is important to have in place when you're setting boundaries and helping the person that you're setting boundaries with to understand. You should look at it that way. You should give. I'm going to show you compassion. I want you to show me the same. As I said before, boundaries don't push a person away. It should lead to healthier situations. So yeah. That's how I feel about that. I think it's important to create distance, but also create clear distance to understand that what I just said. Just it's not pushing you away. I'm just kind of laying things out for you to better understand who I am and who I'm going to be.
And if someone doesn't respect it, then that's probably not going to be a healthy long-term friendship anyway.
That's right.
So we can't be afraid to go there.
I'll prove it.
Take it there.
Go there. Exactly. Have those healthy conversations. Like I said, go there. Go there. Don't be afraid to go there. Yeah, absolutely.
Not in 2025.
Right. Again, the question was, how are you setting boundaries in 2025? That means share with us in the chat, guys. Share with us on our live feed. Let us know what you all think. All right, lovely. So today we touched on how to set boundaries in 2025. So quick recap. Boundaries aren't about shutting people out. They're about protecting your peace, honoring your values, and creating space for healthier, more authentic connections. The more we practice them, the more we teach others how to love and respect us as well. That's my recap.
I love it. I hope you guys love it too.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for joining us today in the Align Room. Capusine and myself are happy to have you here. As we enter into the next year, don't forget to bring these boundaries with you and create new ones.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll catch you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share.
Yes,
share.
Please. Bye, guys.
Bye.